So now let's go to the practical part of our lesson. There are some listings of programs. So for example, when we have the struct as your favorite, so we have the struct employee here, for example, with the following fields: employee name, employee job, and in private decimal salary. Okay, another salary. So we have the property, public decimal salary, we have the get set, and we have the method say hi, or we can have another method print salary, for example. Public void get salary. The employee has the following salary. Let's have it like this. Now we create the new instance of our struct new employee, and then we assign the following values to its fields: employee name and employee job, and the value to the property salary. So then we need to output just a string that prints the information about this specific employee, and let's call the last two methods. New employee salary. So here we have the information. Employee name is James and his job is programmer, and his starting salary is 5,000. Hi from the method in the struct. This is the output of this method, and the employee has the following salary is the output of the second method. So now we could do it. Let's try what we can do in our structure. We cannot have the inheritance, so let's try to do it. Struct employee 2, like this, have public string. I have this birth date, this public int age, like this. Let's have these two fields, and let's try to do the inheritance. And what we see here, that the employee is not in the list of the interfaces. Okay. So let's change it to class. So now with the class, we don't have this problem. And everything's the same, but we cannot use the inheritance here. So the struct is like a single structure itself. So that is not directed on to be inherited. So this is an example with the structure. Let's take a look at enumerations. This is an example from the lecture. So here we output the value of the day, that is Sunday, and it is 60 here. Let's output another one. So this, let's type. This is the name of the weekend day. This, and then so right line. This is the name of the first day of the week. So let's take a look at our result here. So here we have the name the day, Sunday, and the value is 60. Here we have the name of the first day of the week, and it is Monday. So we converted here to the string value, Monday, and here we have the value that is numerical, the day, Sunday. For example, if we don't convert it to the integer, we have Sunday. And for example, let's output its order, like its numerical value is, and let's first is numerical value is so you see here it is 0 because we in the enumeration the values are assigned starting from the 0. So the Monday will be 0, Tuesday will be 1, Wednesday will be 2, Thursday will be 3, and the other values are differently initialized. Friday 40, Saturday 50, Sunday 60. So here is a little bit difference, a small difference. So this is the enumeration. Please use it in your some works if you need it. But the one drawback of the enumeration is that it has only integer values, while in the structure we can have values of the different type. So for example, if you try to do like this, 6.9. So it's an error here, and it says that it is a floating point value, so we cannot implicitly convert double to integer. So we need to do like this. If we implicitly convert, so everything is okay. But we can in this way we cannot use the floating point values inside the enumeration. So here is the specification of it. Now let's take a look at the suit classes. What we have here. This is an example with dogs. And we have the sealed class here. So as you can see here is the comments. So we cannot inherit. So we cannot inherit from the sealed class anymore. So there is a problem here. Now what was our example here in the lecture? On this one. about with the virtual methods. Okay, let's use it. Here we have the class A, and then we have the virtual methods, and the virtual method is meant to be overridden. So we have the output from the methods of the in the class A. First class A, second class A. Then we try to inherit from it, and we override this. Let's get the first and the second methods of the second class B. Let's output the first class. We created an instance of the class C object. Let's call it. Now you see here we have the output, the class B, and this is because we don't have here the overridden value, but here we have it overridden. The method first has been overridden, and now it outputs the following line, first class B. Here it is not overridden, that's why it outputs this line. Another specification here. Uh, this sealed. Oh yeah, let's try to override this one as we have here. Public override And now you see here we have the problem. First, it is not possible to reassign the first method because it is sealed. So we cannot define it again. In this way, we need to get rid of the sealed keyword. Now everything is fine. So this is the way the sealed keyword works. And again, let's take a look at the partial classes. As we have talked, they can be spread into different files. For example, the first one, animals, partial class animals. My name is Max and I am a dog. So here we have two fields, public string animal color, the second field public string animal name, and the method getName. In the second class, we also have the partial class animals with the following fields: public date, time, birth date, public string animal breed, and we have the method say hi. So these two methods. Let's create another method. So as you can see here, I have called the field animal color, although it is not represented in this realization of the class animal, but it is partial. We have it inside the second part, animal name and animal color. So let's try to run this, get name and the get info method. Okay, let's go. So the first one is called my name is Max and I am a dog. The second, this is the information about the animal, birth date. So it is created by default because we didn't initialize it. So it has 01, the 1st of January, the first year, and time, the 0 time. Animal breed and animal color. I have to initialize them, but so that's why we don't see it. And okay, let's initialize it. Here we have the animal animal name, dog, and we have the animal breed. What was animal breed? Animal color, brown. Birth date, we have the birth date. Birth date will it be in the American. System date. String to system. We have date. Oh, what was this? It's yeah, use a daytime parse. So this is the information about the dog. Its birth date, the 1st of June, 2010, animal breed 5 and animal color brown. So we get all this information that is required. So there shouldn't be any problems. It's okay here. And as I have told you, this class animal, although it is spread into two different files, the whole class works as one. So we get the whole functionality here. And let's take a look at the interfaces, what we're interested in. So again, this is an example from our lecture. Here we have the interface iAnimal with only one method run. And then we have the inheritance, interface inheritance, idoc commands, stay, sit, attack with the property dog name that has a field set and get. And then we have the animals class itself. So here we have hi from the animals class, and here we have the inheritance animals, idoc commands, trainer, and so on. We have the following fields: private string, dog breed, and the list of animals. As we have inherited from the idoc command interface here, we have them. Let's run it. So hi from the animals class, animal is running. So let's go stay, sit, attack. So now we have the output of all these commands from all these methods. And what we want to check here, for example, let's create another interface. So let's try to create the method implementation and the inheritance, create the multiple inheritance. And use some access modifiers, what we'll say. Interface I student, for example. And let's have the following fields. In name, string first name, last name, int. So as we can see here, we have some errors. So interfaces cannot have fields. So as it is said here, cannot contain variables. So that's right. So let's try the property. What will happen if we have the property? String first name. So now we can have the property. And what about the method? So let's copy it. String first name, last name, and in age, int grade. Okay, now it is correct. And let's have some methods. Get info. For example, let's take the information about our students. Console, right line. Here is the student with the following information. And let's have the new line. What's wrong? Yeah, we don't have method implementation here. You see, already error. So the second is correct because we cannot have the implementation. So in this way, let's rename it like this. Get name, void get page, void get grade. So now you see here we have three methods, and we only initialize them. What we need to check also the access modifiers. Okay, so let's have the access modifiers like this private. Now we again have the error because we have this interface, so we cannot use access modifiers. They should be public by default. So okay, let's create. Then we create the class, public class student, public class student that inherits from this interface, iStudent. Okay, let's now realize it. It wants us to realize the void get name and name of the student. Mm. So we need to realize what is inside our interface because we define it there. So now we need to use it in the inherited class. Our So actually now we probably better to get rid of it because we already have it. Now we need to rewrite the methods. So the first name and like this. Get age. The student is years old. Age. Void get what is that? Get grade. So right line. The student's grade is grade. So it cannot realize a name because it is not. So as it is in our interface is public, so it should be public again. So now let's get rid of the doc and get the class student new student is the first put the following information. It's what's wrong with grade. It's not string, should be integer because the grade is a numerical number. So now let's call this method st get name st get age st get grade. Let's call these three methods. Yeah, the name of the student answer that. The student is 20 years old. The student's grade is 95. So now we have all the methods, and we call all the methods here. So this is how it works. Save it. Now in this practical work, we observed how to work with the suite classes, with the partial classes, with the interface, and we compared a little bit the struct and classes in the realization.